If you've just joined us, please make sure that you identify yourself in the following way. If you carry any title, as in some club officer or district officer, please start off your title by giving us a description. If you're a division director, make a DVD and then maybe even DVD A or B or C so that we can know where that's from. That would be nice. And if you are a president, PRES, or a VPE, that we can know who is in the house. And if you're a member, remember our, I got a blank moment in my head now. Our VIP guests for tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce you to every VIP we have on this call this evening. Everyone that paid their membership dues are the VIPs. So come on, unmute yourself and let's welcome our VIPs to this new year fest. VIPs. And some of us are very concentrating on changing our names. And you make me think of myself that can only do one thing at a time. Thank you for making me feel like a human being. Welcome to every one of you. Please, in the chat, let us know where are you dialing in from. Because I know we see Cape Town here, we see Edenvale here, we see Swakopmund here, we see Windhoek here. Come on, let us know where else are you coming in from, that we can see who is dialing in from there. What I would like to do, as you are typing where you are coming from, I'd like to honor our newly elected leaders that are in the house here tonight. So I'd like to start off with number one, that we all, for a moment, switch off our cameras. Then I'm going to ask certain groups of people to put their cameras on so that they jump to the front and that we can just welcome them in the house. I'm just trying to find my camera. There we go. My camera's also off. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to ask the following people to please put on their camera. Would every president of a club in District 0074 please put on your camera so that we can welcome you here? Every president of every club in District 0074. Let's have a look at the presidents. Oh, my presidents are here. My two club presidents are here. You make me so proud. Thank you, Marie and Ulrich. And I see more presidents unmuting. Putting on their videos. Wow. Please, can we unmute and welcome our president and just give them a celebration welcome here. Come on, president. Welcome. And now I would like to ask if there are any other club officers here. Presidents, you can keep your cameras on so that you are on with your club officers. If there's any other club officer here, please would club officers also put on their videos. Club officers, put on your videos. So now you'll see an odd AD or what have you also there, putting their cameras on. And a district director that's also a club officer. There we go. And here are our incredible teams that are going to make this year one of the most memorable years ever. Two conditions this year. Please lead with a heart of care. And have fun! Make sure you have fun while you do it. Come, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the district club officers of District 0074. There we go. Welcome to the district officers. And now I know all of us are members. I mean, you cannot be a district officer or a club officer if you're not a member. However, I would like to at this moment ask all our leaders to switch off their cameras again. And I'd like to ask if there's anybody in the house that is a member but not carrying any title of a club officer. I see my club, Chantal is here. Hello, Chantal. It's so good to see you. And I trust it's my Chantal van die Kerk. Maybe it's another Chantal van die Kerk, but let's see. So any members that are not carrying a leadership title that's here, please switch on your videos. Let's just say hello to you and celebrate you. Lonnie, hello. Oh, Chantal, it's so good. It is Marsha. It's good to see you. So good to see Edith. Good to see you. And any other members that are here? Okay, well, last time, everyone, let's welcome our members. And with that, we have managed to keep within our time. The greeting and welcome is done. And now I have 5 minutes to introduce you to some of the district leaders that have gone through the induction. Those that we've already celebrated, we'd like to just showcase them here for you tonight. So I would like to know whether Leah has arrived safely at her destination yet. Leah, are you here? She did apologize that the traffic was not good and she was still moving, so she's not here. Okay. Then we have our finance manager. Finance manager, are you here? Thank you. Keep your video on. Then we have our admin manager. Benjamin, are you here? Let me just... It just makes it easier if you are. No, Benjamin has not been able to arrive yet. And then we have our PRM, our cheerleader that was ready, labeled and everything. Then we have our PRM, CGD, Mr. CGD. There we go, ever so smart. And we have our PQD. Where's our PQD? I know he's here. I saw him. Ah, there he is. There he is. Oh, just as smart. The men in my life for the next year are so smart tonight. And myself. Here I am, your district director, 0074 from District 0074. And 2 of our division directors were also inducted, and that is Matomi. Matomi, are you here? Matomi, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, thank you. And there is Matomi, our division director from Division E, and another one that was inducted was Lame from Division C. Is Lame here? Lame, where are you? Lame? Where's Lame? Let me just quickly see. Lame. Lame is not here yet. So, ladies and gentlemen, those that have their cameras on at this point in time are the cabinet and division directors that have received an induction ceremony, and we have gone through the ranks and the celebrations. And now, thank you leaders, you may keep your cameras on. We will be instructed. I now call to the virtual podium. I have a very special guest for us tonight. Yes, a member. Yes, a past district director, but a past district director that achieved president's distinguished for our district and number 3 in the world. You know what it takes to do that? It's absolutely phenomenal. But that's not all. That sounds like Oprah again, doesn't it? Whenever somebody says that's not all, there's more. People always remember her by that. Hey? Well, these days, he has a brand new title. He has been appointed as Region 11. Now, for those of you that don't maybe know, Region 11 is where District 74 finds ourselves. Is there anybody that knows how many districts are there in the world? Just put a number down at the bottom. Some of you might be very fast in Google, but nevertheless, type down there. Let me just see. 129. I just love that. 123. Okay, keep going. 130. There we go. Keep going. 855. Okay, keep going. I'm watching what's going through your head. Well done on those that have been guessing, wild guessing and closely guessing, to inform you that District 74 reformed into 2 districts, staying District 74 and District 129, but we're not the only ones. District 94 also reformed and they became District 130. So right now there are 130 districts in the world, and Charles is there on the regions. He found our regions. There we go. So ladies and gentlemen, Region 11 is large. It has a huge part of Africa. It used to have the Saudis as well, but now there's another reformation that has taken place there as a result of the district reformations. So please help me welcome, as we call to the virtual stage, the Region Advisor, RA. RA stands for Region Advisor, not rah, 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 rah. Just so that we know that we can handle it, appropriately. I'm really trying to be, that formal professional. So ladies and gentlemen, it's time to unmute. It's time to make a noise for RA Region 11 Advisor Njabula Taylor.
What a warm welcome. Happy New Year, Toastmasters!
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year!
Yeah, happy! Welcome to the installation ceremony of some of the leaders of the new District 0074. Tonight, we'll officially induct these new leaders and pledge our support to them for the current Toastmasters year. At this point, may I please ask everyone to please turn off their videos, and obviously to mute your microphone as well. Fantastic. Now, may the 2024-2025 area directors turn on their videos as I call your name. So everyone's video is off, except mine, of course. And then as I call your name, if you could please turn on your video. Area A1 Director, Davy McDonald. Area A2 Director Egbert Skerman. Area A3 Director Josette Busak. Area A4 Director Sakile Mazibia. Area A5 Director Akamiya Malubi. Area B1 Director Pierre Story. Area B3 Director Veleni Fenter. Area C1 Director Johan Kok. Area C2 Director Jenali Ewers. Area C3 Director Gift Butelezi. Area C4 Director Samantha Montes. Area D1 Director Rudy van Niekerk. Area D2 Director Nokwanda Kanyile. Area D3 Director Sibongile Mloi. Area E1 Director Sihametsi Momakwa. Area E2 Director Chris Mvelase. Area E3 Director Seth Mutswahayo. Area E4 Director Ketiwe Malem. Area E5 Director Bobisa Sigwili. Area F1 Director Lisedi Masina. Area F2 Director Sipogazi Swana. Area F3 Director Sudesh Kelian. Area F4 Director Mfundo Delihlazo. Area F5 Director Tulisile Ngidi. Area G1 Director CJ Jansen. Area G2 Director Lloyd Sigeba. Area G3 Director Clemens Kambeu. And finally, Area G4 Director Pemo Hosi. If for some reason I did miss your name and you are in the room, please raise your virtual hand. Let us give all these area directors that are currently on screen a huge round of applause. You can just use their reactions.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I see the excitement. Don't hold of us. It's okay. A shout is also good, but you will also get an opportunity at the end to give them a resounding District 0074 warm welcome. But before we do, as area directors, your role is to, one, support the district mission to build new clubs and support all clubs in achieving excellence. You serve as the direct liaison between district and the clubs, and you know who is district. Your role is to ensure each club fulfills the responsibilities to its members to become a distinguished club, which is our symbol of quality. Your role is also to conduct regular club visits, understand and support club needs. Your role is to encourage clubs to undertake efforts that create a greater community awareness of Toastmasters and to make Toastmasters available to more people. You ought to promote and extend the benefits of membership of Toastmasters clubs. You also will facilitate training for club officers, oversee and conduct area speech contests, complete area director training, complete your area director success plan, complete your area director club visit reports, conduct area council meetings, and attend and submit area reports for the district executive committee meetings and the district council meetings. As the 2024-2025 area directors, will you commit to doing this to the best of your ability to fulfill the district mission of building new clubs and supporting all clubs in achieving excellence? And if you agree, please unmute and then say, "We will."
We will.
You will.
We will.
All right. And ladies and gentlemen, this is the time where we celebrate them. May everyone unmute and let's give them a resounding District 0074 applause. Congratulations, area directors, and all the best for your tenure. You may now switch off your videos, and I'd like everybody's video to remain off as we move to the next segment of this installation ceremony. I will now call upon the division directors of the new, well, some of the division directors for the new District 0074. As I call your name, could you kindly turn on your video? Starting with Division A Director, Devin Pearson. Division B Director, Caroline Savosnik. Division D Director, Mujabeng Digeli. Division F Director, Joel Gombera. And finally, Division G Director, Mpho Kabelo. Right, fantastic. As the division directors, ladies and gentlemen, your role as the division director is to, 1, fulfill the district mission to build new clubs and support all clubs in achieving excellence. You ought to lead and support the division through the supervision and support of the area directors. You also need to ensure each club achieves its mission and fulfills its responsibilities to its members. You coordinate division activities, set division goals, assist in training of area directors and club leaders, complete your division director training, complete the division success plan, conduct division council meetings, support the division speech contests, attend and submit reports for the district executive committee meetings and the district council meetings. As division directors, will you commit to doing this to the best of your ability to support area directors and to fulfill the district mission, which is to build new clubs and support all clubs in achieving excellence? If you agree, please unmute your microphone and say, "We will."
We will.
We will.
Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give them a virtual round of applause. Okay, I see the excitement. Some of you can't contain it. Now, please unmute those microphones and let's give them a resounding
Yeah, 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 yeah.
That is more like it. Congratulations on your appointment and all the best for the roles for your role. You may now restore your camera to your preferred position, because obviously during the ceremony, I asked you to switch it off, but maybe some of you want to keep it on and say, Jabulo, this is the new District 0074. We want to connect with our leaders and we want to have our videos on. Now you can do that. This then concludes my assignment. I wish the new District 0074 all the best and help me welcome the new District 007 Director, Brandy B. 007!
You are in 11, the Botella. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And now, each one is official here. Thank you for officiating those appointments for us. Wow. What a joyful opportunity lies ahead of us. I want to quickly check in on those of you that are here. So I look back to see where does some of you come from, but not many people added that information. I do see Midrand and I see Brits is here and I saw Santon is here and Centurion was here and Midrand and Pretoria and all my Namibians as I was in Cape Town and Hyde Park. I love Hyde Park. Bulawayo, Zimbabwe, of course. And Four Ways and Gaborone, Cape Town, Gaborone. Good job, Cape Town and Gaborone. I just love that. We are partnering there. And Johannesburg. Well, I would like to ask each one of us here, you know, when we get ourselves ready, because something is about to start, and just think of it as a race. When a race starts, there's all kinds of things that you need to get yourself ready for. Probably not the experience I had once. Maybe I should just divulge a little story about myself here. Many years ago, when we had our school house sports, we were told in those days, it was totally different than what you have today. You would come to school. If you were not participating in the sports, you had to wear your school uniform with your little badge with the color of the house team you were from. Now, I was in a school that had about 1,200 students. And I know I am not a sitter. I cannot sit a long day or long hours. I'm not a sitter. So true to my cheeky self, I get dressed into my sports clothes and go to school. But I'm not a sports person. I can't run or I'm not athletic. I'm full of sport though, but yeah, that's about where it stops. And because I have my sports clothes on, I can get up from the pavilion. I can go down, drink some water, go to the bathroom, walk around a little bit and come back and carry on cheering the rest. Didn't break any rules. And then on one of my little rounds, one of my friends was saying to me, "Oh, I have a problem. Please, can you help me?" So I said, "Sure. What do you want me to do?" She said, "Man, I've got two events and they're happening at the same time. The one event, I know I can break a record. The other one, not really. I must go to the one that I can break a record. Do you mind to just do the other one for me?" I said, "Sure. Just tell me, where do I go?" "Just go over there." Of course, off I go and I arrive there. And well, and this is where we are, we arrive at our starting place and they tell us, on your marks, and I'm just saying to the guy, okay, just tell us where's the end? Where do we stop? This is now on our marks. And I'm asking him, where do we stop? And he says, you need to go around 3.5 times. It was the 1,500 meter. I don't run. I was in a predicament. So I hope you are not starting this race like me. But if you do, don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. That's why we are here, okay? So maybe you're starting like me, or maybe not, okay? So I nearly fainted when I discovered where I need to go. Now there were 5 of us running this race. The number of grace. And I started, but I knew I couldn't run very fast because if I was going to keep up with those champions, I would be dead before I hit the first corner. I knew I had to just do what I can. And that's what I did. I was just taking my pace like I could, that I knew I could do. And that because for me, it was important that I finish the race. I mean, look, I like to win. I mean, I want to be number one. When I drive on the road, I can't handle people in front of me. I just just understand that, okay? So I like to win, but I knew I must just subside in that one. And I knew I had to make sure that I pace myself, that I can at least finish the race. We ran. And I thought I was a corpse running. It was just nighttime for me. But I'm sure you must have heard this expression where you get a second breath, you know? It's like, I literally experienced that just before I thought, now I'm dead. Something happened. And as I came around the last bend, just to hit the straight in front of the pavilion with all the people cheering where I was supposed to be. Now, at school, my nickname that everybody called me was Tiki the Clown. I don't know why. I don't think I'm a comedian or a stand-up comedian, but that, in any case, was my name. So, as I came around that corner, which I thought nobody would see me because I was so embarrassed, the crowd started going, Tiki, Tiki, Tiki. Now, I didn't know what to do, but that gave me that impact. It switched something on in the inside of me, and I gave these long steps, you know, ja, ja, and I got into that rhythm, and I was going. But as I went around the corner, my friends looked, and I saw. Can you imagine that? There was one, I'm so lost. I cannot be lost. I can't handle lost. So I arrive at the end. And when I arrive, I go, and I collapsed. I ran the wind out of my lungs. I collapsed. So why do I tell you this dramatized story of my life? We are all starting here, and some of us have been dragged in here by some influential person in your club. If you anybody like that, just give me some emojis that I can feel you, that I can associate with you, okay? And others have been elected because people saw that you practiced and you there legally and legibly or illegibly. Even I twist my own tongue. So it doesn't really matter how you arrived here. The thing is, you are here. So what are you going to make of this journey? This is day one. It's day one. What are we going to do come day 365? How do we want it to look like at 365? I do not wish upon you to arrive at 365. Please, we must not arrive like that. We, the cabinet, the division directors, the area directors, are here to serve the clubs. The club officers are there to serve the members. Remember, it is the member. That's our main priority. We do all of this for our member. Why do we do this for our member? So let me tell you 2 things. But then tonight was 3 things. 2 things. I'm going to tell you a little story here of a discovery I made, and then I'm going to connect it over here to Toastmasters. So what's my discovery? I am an executive coach and trainer. I help leaders with their teams because engagement is a big difficulty. And, you know, if teams do not engage well, if there's toxicity or difficulty, whatever trouble is in the camp, if they do not gel well, there's no ways that anything good is going to come out of that. So I was researching to see what strategies, what secrets are there? Yeah, remember I'm 007, you know, I'm checking out. What is it that we can bring in that can guarantee a higher level of winning? I just wonder, am I speaking to the right crowds here? Just tell me, is there anybody else like me that also wants to win in life? Are there any others that want to be successful and win? Can I have some emojis, please? Thank you, Andrew. Anybody else? Yes. Oh, I need my glasses now. Some I can guess. CJ and Tulisili and Nicola and Clemens and Ketiwi and Sibakasi, and thank you, Paul, all of you, thank you. So it looks like I have some people. Somebody unmuted. Let's just check our mics and make sure they are muted. Thank you. Thank you for those. So if you are ready to win, here is a winning story. In my research, looking around, I came across a project from Google called Project Aristotle. In this Project Aristotle, they felt like we employ such amazing people, yet in our very own company, we have all these many teams that are not performing. There's disaster in the camp. We have the winning teams. So what's the difference between the disaster zone and the winning zone? Where are we messing up? In their research, now they have a few hundred teams, in their research, they discovered that winning has got nothing to do with who you are or who I am. Not your race, religion, the money in your pocket or not in your pocket, the certificate on your wall or not on your wall, your whatever it is, there's nothing, your personality, the car you drive, your anything, your long straight hair or short curly hair, it doesn't matter what you have. Even your weight doesn't matter how wide or narrow you are. Nothing is going to guarantee a winning team of who you are or who I am. So they went back to the drawing board. So what is it? If it's got nothing to, because I wanted to know, do we pair certain people from certain societies or social levels or personalities together? What do we do? How do we put them together? And they found out that it's got nothing to do with who you are or who I am, but it has everything to do with how we interact with each other. That is the highest capacity of creating a winning team when people interact with each other. And they interact in such a manner that they create a psychological safe environment. When they create a psychological safe environment, their percentage of winning capacity just skyrockets. On my side, I felt with some of the people I was working with, psychological safe environment was a term that was a little bit obscure because many people did not have English as a first language, and it was a bit vague. And I looked for something, and in that I came across the term to care. And I realized that when we can create a culture of caring. Now, what is a culture? A culture is, that's the way we think, that's the way we reason, that's the way we do it, this is how we live, this is our way of doing things. It doesn't happen from one decision. It needs to become a habit. And many of us are people from different personalities. If I was to take the people from, well, let me first start with me. I am a direct communicator. I just say it for what it is. Sadly, I learned people don't understand that I care. It's because I care that I'm speaking so direct. I was told I was hurting people with my words. I had to learn that it's not how much I care about you that matters. It matters, but the thing that matters the most is how much you feel my care. If you don't feel my care, it's not caring. So I had to work on me. I had to work on my tone of voice when I'm busy with a certain conversation. I had to choose my words very carefully. When I send out written, I always sneak a little emoji in because just so that you know, hey, I'm friendly, I'm happy, I'm not cross with you. Just in case you misunderstood me. I need you to feel I care. And so I had to go through a lot. I know in different personalities, it's who we are. People from the high D, the land of control, they are those wild leaders that they see a goal and that's what they go for. And anything else in the way, just push it out of the side because that's the goal we're going for. And you know what? We need people like that because they're focused on where they're going. But they, like me, can be very direct communicators and can be steamrollers over everything. So if we want to care, we cannot, if we are one of those leaders, to say, okay, where's the club success plan? To the VPE. Where's the club success plan? Where's your part? I've asked you for that. Where is it? Secretary, where's yours? Where's the submission? Have you brought this in? So how, if you are a person like that, how would we be able to do that in creating a culture of care? It doesn't mean we become weak. No, 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 no. You have to be much stronger to care. I mean, you have no idea that when I send you a message and you don't come back immediately, you don't know how that eats me up, okay? And then when I see you've read my message and you still don't come back to me, I'm telling you, I'm eating steel this side. I'm going, answer me. And then I've got to take a deep breath. Because you know what? There are times that I'm busy and I can't answer you. And I need to understand that you have another life. We are not married to each other. You owe me nothing. All of us here are volunteers. I have had to change how I care for you and make room for you. It's been a road. But heck, if I can change, others can too. Because when some of you that I've met are the most amazing, sweetest people, So I can hardly think that there's anything in you that needs to change. So now I've told you that story. How on earth does that fit with Toastmasters? I want to ask, can we as leaders and members of our community, can we take on creating that culture of care intentionally? And we begin with the members, because you know what happens. If we begin by, as leaders, we go down the line of empowerment and we empower the district cabinet, empowers their division, because we are the division mentors. We empower the division directors. The division directors empower the area directors. The area directors empower their club executives, and the club executives empower their members. We empower each other to begin to respond and operate and function with care, with deep care for each other. That when I see those blue ticks, I don't take a snapshot of that and I send it to Njabula. I say, oh, these blue tick people, we got to erase this blue tick culture. Tell me what to do. Have you got an AK-47 for me? No. I've got to understand something has happened. And I need to have a heart of care as to how can I support you? Maybe you were supposed to deliver something to me and you're embarrassed because it's not who you are, but you just, last night at 11 o'clock, one division director was really battling to help a club become distinguished. None of their educations have been loaded. I'm asking her, I said, look, this one only needs 2, and I'm sure they have it because you have enough members. And she's almost in tears. She has children that are sick. She's battling. How can she help further? I said, okay, put me in contact with the VPE. She puts me in contact with the VPE. The VPE, I'm talking to her. I hear a tiny baby with a cough that is incredible. But that VPE is willing to learn and let me help her so that she can do what she needs to for their club to become distinguished. You can say, why didn't that happen earlier? There's many reasons. The thing is, when we reach out and we support, can we do it because we care, we deeply care for each other? And we support each other early. Can we do that early? Can we do it in the first 3 months of this year, that we get each other so empowered and perfect that we are all number one going? That club member, when we begin to empower them, think about this. Think about how it can look. We bring them in. We teach and train about how to care, and we care for each other in not demanding things, but requesting things. Because remember, as leaders in a Toastmasters organization, we are the servants. We serve. It's servant leadership. We empower and we help them by not doing it for them, but by empowering them, providing them with resources, etc., that they can do it, giving them a bit of direction, some coaching or mentoring wherever it's needed. It's them that are going to shine. And because they shine, we shine. Now think, here's the story. Imagine this, that those members in that club where intentionally we are focusing on a culture of care, they begin to spiral upwards. And as they spiral upwards, all of a sudden, they begin to stand out because they've got the practice ground of the club on how to care. And once they start practicing in the club and they're getting it right, of course, it's going to happen at home. It's going to happen with the friends. It's going to happen at work. And all of a sudden at home, people are saying, what's happening to you? What happens at those Toastmasters meetings? You've changed since you've been going there. At work, when you start interacting with the people, with your people around you, and people begin to see what's happening to you, you know what happens? You begin to stand out. And when you stand out, you become sought after. They're looking for you. They want somebody like that. They want to be in a team with someone like that. And then you become headhunted. And then you become the number one in your field, the number one civil engineer, the number one painter, the number one banker, the number one whatever it is. You spiral upwards and you become a winner because you've learned how to create a culture of care, create a winning team within a club, and ensure that your club is a winning club. I ask you, District 0074, who is ready to come with me and create a culture of care so that our members are winners? Is there anybody with me? Can I have some commitment here? If you say yes, you may unmute and say, I do. Let me hear.
I do.
I do.
I do.
I
do.
I do.
Even me, I do.
I do.
I do.
There we go. And I would like to ask you, let's give each other feedback. Let's care enough about each other that we give each other that feedback. Because you know what? It means we are making each other successful. Can you imagine the success we can have out there because we practiced it here? And you know what? We've got a paid audience to practice on. Every member that pays their membership fees, we're practicing on each other, and that's our audience that we're working with. I thank you for your commitment, and I look so forward to this year that we can create that culture of care and see the winners rise in this district. That is critical to our club's future, to anything happening. I would like to now just open up the floor and ask if there's anybody that has any questions. Let's answer a few questions before we dismiss the crowds. And then remember, the dismissal is only for everyone that's not a district officer. The district officers will have a quick 5-minute break and we'll come back and we will conclude our training session for a few extra minutes. But I am ready to take questions. Are there any questions? Either you type it in the chat box or you type it. Thank you for typing it in. Count me in. President Tlochi. Did I get that right? President Tlochi. I try. I love that. Thank you. Winning is the hill I'm willing to die on. Kabisa, that's going to be my new favorite saying. I just love that. You want to just sit? There we go. Okay, one day at a time. I'll get there. I love that. Please help me. It is Charles, isn't it? It's not Carl. It's Charles. Just, I want to make sure I've got that right. Okay. Any questions? I've looked, there are no questions. If there are no questions, I would like to ask questions. Thank you, President Andrew. I'd like to ask a question. I'm giving you a scenario, just in a few minutes. I'm giving you a scenario. We have a meeting. Speakers, all the role players are there. 5 minutes before the meeting. Sorry, I can't make it. Sorry, I can't make it. Sorry, I can't make it. I'll send you steel that you can bite in because I know how you feel. I want to ask you as a member, because all of us here are members, as a member, how can we show care to a VPE that has gone through all of that to put up an agenda together? How can we show them care? What kind of actions can we provide to show them care? You can either type it in the chat or put up your hand and let's talk. Let's just hear. Because that's a scenario that where there are clubs having difficulties, that is one of the most difficult parts. Who would like to venture in? Remember, there's no right or wrong. What do you think we could do? Sounds like somebody's unmuted. Is there somebody that wanted to respond? Gift, it sounds like you are unmuted. Yes, thank you so much, CJ.
Yes, Granny B. As a VPE, I would love people to care for me by making sure that they actually get somebody else to take their place, to be a substitute, instead of me going through all the rigmarole, get everything set up just to be disappointed. But I will be so uplifted and blessed and feeling cared for. And I believe all VPEs will experience that if the members will take or make the effort and take the time to actually make sure that whether they have a role to play or whether they have a speech to do, get somebody else to take your place.
Thank
That's
you.
one of the things I would say.
Thank you. That's wonderful. And Andrew, I see you, President Andrew, I see your hand is up. Please share with us.
I think what can help is relieve the pressure of the VPE. It's like, say, for instance, you want 3 speeches and he's got 3 speeches and all of them suddenly fall out. That's all right. Don't worry. We can have fun at the meeting. We can have table topics. Long as we got some people there, we can have fun. We can do an impromptu. And don't let the VPE have to feel bound. You have to fill the agenda. Let him feel at ease and let him, if he's struggling, let him ask some of the committee members to help him.
Wonderful. So in other words, let's carry the burden together that it doesn't become an overload for one and destroys and overdoes one person. But if we take it together, we can adjust where is needed. Thank you so much for that. Anyone else that would like to add something to that? Okay, I'm reading some of the comments that are here. Thank you so much for the comments. At the very least, get a substitute for the role. Exactly, that was the sentiment. Immediately, everyone on the ExCo offered to take the role. We are leaders. Maybe it's time to lead by example. Thank you for that. Take up dual or triple roles. Reassure them that they have done a great job. Yes, let's do that because they really, really battle. And Andrew, President Andrew, I see your hand is up. Was that the old hand?
That was the old end.
Okay, you just took it down. I see that. Thank you so much. You can cancel a role like grammarian and counter and share evaluations as a round robin. Yes, we can make plans. That's wonderful. And I love the one of asking the ExCo, can we step up as leaders? Because I believe when we as leaders step up and begin to show our interaction, it will make the others spark and come alive as well. You can cancel a role. Oh, okay, I've read that one. Sorry, it looked as if it popped in again. The last question I have for you, because there are 2 main things that I find that are, but it's like a thorn in the flesh in a club. The one is the role takers not coming up. And the other one is when there are people in a club guests come and they visit the club. Or you have a special event and 30 people register and 10 turn up. The one thing that I've noticed is it's like a huge hurdle for everybody. And that is to contact, to reach out to people and invite them to become Toastmasters and start their journey. We've recently had events like that. And we took contact details of people that reached out and weren't contacted back. And they were only followed up, Brighton, I can't remember the exact statistics, but it was maybe 6 months later or something like that. And they said, oh, you actually contacted me. I'm so happy that you've contacted me. Some people really, really want to start the journey. They just need us. So if we are gaining so much value from Toastmasters, how can we overcome our difficulties in speaking to people we don't know? How can we show care? Because our VPM, we think, is the only person that's supposed to contact them. But we as members have done a promise and said that we would invite people. Yes, that makes it easy on us. But if we didn't get to invite anybody, what's wrong with us helping the VPM and just follow up some of those leads? Because that also brings people in. But it's all of us, it's our fears that prevent us from calling those ones that we don't know. So how can we show care in reaching out and supporting? Who has some ideas for us? I actually would like to call on Becky Sisa to give us one idea, just one idea. I know he's burning with one, and I know Brighton is burning with another one, and that while the rest are thinking.
Wow, you caught me on the spot. But at Toastmasters, stay ready. And I love the idea of building clubs or building membership in clubs, especially in the first quarter, in the first 3 months of serving. You want to focus on building those clubs, and that's what you want to do. And one of the ideas that have worked very well for us is hosting a demo event, or sometimes what we used to call open houses. Host a demo event, and after that, make sure that you host a call party, because sometimes you host a demo event and people come and nobody follows up with them. So you want to host a dialing party. What is a dialing party? Get the members of your club together over a cup of coffee, over pizza, or over anything that you love drinking. And then we go through all those people and we call them and we ask them to get started with our club. That is the idea that I have.
Thank you so much. Love that. I just love that, because let's think about that one a bit further. If we use our paid audience to practice overcoming this hurdle, because if we are 3 or 4 together in a room and we each contact down the list and somebody gets a yes, it just like builds up the energy for the others. And you know what happens? We are developing skills. If I have a business, it develops my skill to grow my business. If I'm working for someone else, I develop my skill that is needed there to reach out to anybody, because I've learned to do it in Toastmasters. It is a valuable skill, but I know it has probably one of the biggest fears attached to it. CGD Brighton.
Thank you so much, Granny B. How often have we seen new people, new faces come to our clubs? And how often are we quick and eager to actually catch up with all the ordinary members that we all know? What about if you pick a new face Take them aside, have a chat with them, understand what their journey is, understand what their need is, and network with them and help them to become part of membership. How often do we actually get people visiting our clubs and leaving without any